haven't learned your lesson yet, huh? Try all you want, it'll still be the same. Yeah. And you can't chase me out either. I know you better than anyone else could ever know you. Then you must already know. You know what? What I decided earlier. What are you talking about now? Don't act like you don't know. This place is supposed to reveal the truth in your heart, right? And I'm gonna show it to you right now. Number 1 candidate for Hokage, Naruto! You bastard! What you see here is my autograph.
Oh, that's right. Can I get your autograph? And if you don't mind, could you make it out to my kid, please? He's a real big fan.
Autograph?
You're the hero that...
I didn't have an autograph to give them at Ichiraku, but I have one now. So what that you've come up with some autograph? Been lying to us since we were kids, inventing stupid rules and making us outcasts. Don't you remember that? It was always so hard, but any of those villagers. Maybe. Why? After all they put us through, did I'm just something in your way? What exactly was I to you? To you that I got where I am today. And what am I supposed to do from now on? You just need to become me. Thank you for everything.
Welcome back to another episode, my boys. Your boy got a new setup. So this is the first episode with the new setup. Hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully it comes out pretty nice. The quality. I just got a new camera. Hopefully everything comes out good. But in today's episode, we're going to be talking about shadow work, how to heal yourself from the inside, what you should do and what you shouldn't do, and why you should embrace your ugly at times. And in Naruto, that perfect clip I just want to go over real quick. Naruto was met with his shadow. He went to a place deep within himself and in his mind to really try to heal himself, right? To get himself to the next level. And he was met with his shadow. And his shadow, bro, I'm not going to lie to you, is most of us. It's just it's the negative part and the negative side of us that clings on to past trauma and uses it to victimize ourselves. But even though if you're still thinking about negative things that happen in your life and you haven't healed from them, they're always going to be there. There's this one quote that I love, and it is, what you resist persists. So like your emotional baggage that you have that you haven't healed from, maybe it was like trauma with girls or trauma with getting bullied or your parents. There's all sorts of trauma that we all had, and oftentimes we use it to become victims. One great one that I was thinking about the other day was how a lot of people from my area oftentimes make so many excuses for why they're in the position that they're in, why they will never escape the fucking city, and why they'll be broke for the rest of their lives. I just don't subscribe to that. And in the opposite end of that spectrum, I use that to my advantage. I use where I was from, where I came about, everything to my advantage. And the trauma is the only way you're going to heal from it is if you embrace it, right? So in that scene, Naruto's demon, Naruto's negative side, the bad side, the devil, whatever you want to say, it dwells within all of us. All humans have the yin and yang within them, which is like the good side of them, the bad side of them. Oftentimes in TV shows, they'll have like the good angel right here, and then they'll have the demon angel that, you know, Satan giving you all the negative, intrusive thoughts. And we all have that, right? We all have negative thoughts. We all have positive thoughts. Heaven and hell is oftentimes regarded within us as well. Heaven being like the positive emotions and positive thoughts, and hell being the negative, demonic, angry, lustful thoughts that you get. Like basically the flesh, the Christians would say. These are just representations of all the things that dwells within us, right? And the shadow that Naruto had to overcome was his past self of all the trauma, right? And oftentimes when Naruto was a kid, they were beating the shit out of him. They didn't want him around. There was kids picking on him, bullying on him. And for that reason, he wanted to become the Hokage and gain respect by everyone. But Naruto, he had a lot of healing to do because of the trauma. And then there's this other character named Sasuke. If anyone who watches Naruto knows that Sasuke was led by his demon side. He was led by all of the trauma that he went through. And long story short, his brother put him through some crazy things that he had to do in a way. And that fueled the fire, and he became more evil and wanted to take over a lot of people, wanted to kill a lot of people. He was misunderstood as well, but he let the negative side of him, shadow demon, get the best of him. And in Naruto, you can see that he heals from the shadow. All those negative things that had happened in his life made him stronger and made him want to go more within what he does, right? So that's why Naruto is like the greatest figure, and that's why I left that in the beginning, to understand the shadow and understand that it's a meditative process that you have to go through deep, not super deep within your psyche, but just like realizing all the past things that happened in your life and forgiving and being able to heal from it from the inside out, not the outside in. Not the outside world is not supposed to be able to heal you. You're supposed to heal yourself from yourself, the inside. And that's how one of the steps of shadow work is done. You have to do it from the inside. There's no one going to save you. There's no one's going to make you happy or make you feel better from your trauma and all these things. And this is a side note real quick, but this is why I oftentimes choose meditation over any form of therapy. The main goal of therapy is to try to heal you, right? And honestly, there's like, I don't know too many people that get healed from therapy, but my point of view of therapy is it's good for the people who just want to be heard, who need someone to talk to express their emotions or their thoughts. And after they let out all the rubbish, they're finally like healed in a way. And for me, I had that same thing because I was a crash out kid that was always in trouble. And my parents, well, my mom, she had me get some therapists because like my dad wasn't in my life and shit like that. And I was just always like a crash out when I was younger. So she got me a few therapists. Some therapists were whack and they couldn't relate to me. And then there was other therapists that like really rocked with me, and I rocked with them. And it worked well for me because when I was younger, like I didn't have anyone to express my emotions or my thoughts to, but it really wasn't anything super crazy or deep that I had to heal from. It was just like slight things that I had to like overcome as a man. But this is when I was like 13, 14, so a little boy, always angry, shit like that. But like realizing the childhood trauma that I went through, I've healed from now. Like there's certain things that I can pinpoint out that I wouldn't want to say on camera, but that were really real. And I feel like everyone has that, right? But therapy is good for the people who just want to be heard. But, when I was a kid, I would express myself with these people and everything would be fine. Everything would be perfect. And I would be okay with all of that shit. Like, I'd be perfectly fine, like, expressing to this person certain things because they were from the area I was from. I'm from Jersey. This guy was from New York. And they could really understand everything, like, that I went through. You know what I'm saying? So I would just talk to them and kind of be healed and free because you finally let all, like, the baggage off your chest. But, like, you could do, like, the same thing with meditation, right? And that's why I don't need therapy really anymore. And if I needed someone to talk to, I'd go talk to my bros. And this is one of the best things, too, that I realized about therapy is that you solve your own answers, right? There was this one therapist that I didn't really like, but every time I had a therapy session with him, bro, I felt mental clarity. Like, it worked. But all I realized, the answer came from me. Like, all of the answers came from me, right? So in this instance, it was like some wild shit that had happened, and it led some like I had to watch my back damn near everywhere I went. That's how I felt. And I talked to him and I talked to the dude and I explained the whole situation, and all he did was, I swear to God, was nod his head and then occasionally just like talk a little bit like, yeah, oh, I hear you, yeah, I get it. That's all he did, I swear to you. and I'm just venting for like an hour. I remember this. I was like 16, 17 at that time. And I was mad because he wasn't like talking to me. Like at that point, I'm like, what do you think about this situation? What you would have done? Like at this point, I'm like, man, what you would have done? Because you're not even saying shit. He tells me a little something, but at that point, I'm like, he's like, what you would have done since you portrayed me all this information, right? Since we're different people. And I found the answers by myself. Like I remember just leaving that therapy session, like everything that I said and the answers that I needed came from me. I was like, this is how I would have approached it differently at that time, right? So like, it's perfect. Like you will figure out all your problems really, and you'll realize like what you really need to do, but it's like something that you pushed away within yourself. Like, you need to do something, but you won't do it. And that's like most people's problems, right? Like most therapy sessions are really light. It's not like some guy with a PTSD or somebody with like real mental disorders. It's just someone who's just going through a hard time and needs someone to talk to, right? For the people who want to heal, I would suggest meditation because it's better than just talking to someone. And in this regard, I was just like straight up talking to bro, and he was listening to me, and I found the answer every time. And I remember that specific therapy session. And this new area that I live in, there's like a bay, right? I moved out here about 3 years ago, and there's a bay out here, and I would just go on a walk, and I will talk to myself. I remember this. I would thoroughly talk to myself and let out the angry emotions and the happy emotions and all these things, and all the happy and positive and negative thoughts. All of them came out. And at the end of the day, I felt better. It was the same exact thing. It's just like, you don't necessarily need someone to hear you out, but you just want some sort of validation. And that's okay, because most people aren't going to meditate. Most people aren't going to do the inside work that you need to do, right? And let's get into it, because I was just talking a whole lot, but hopefully, you fucking with it right now. Bro, I fucking with this camera, bro. So the whole reasoning for shadow work is to heal yourself, obviously. But how do you do it, right? So you obviously have to meditate. So get on the ground, or get on the, right here on this platform, a chair, anywhere, your couch. It could be anywhere. And you have to breathe very deeply. Just breathe, inhale, exhale through your nose. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, or inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose, either or. And just get into a deep, real, calm, meditative state. And from that state, basically, this is what it does. You start to slow down your brain waves, right? I'm gonna leave a chart right here real quick of the brain waves. And there is beta brain waves that 90% of us are living through, like without a doubt, like straight survival mode, just instinct, thought, just like going crazy, being overwhelmed, anxiety, anxious, got to watch over your back. That was big, just more of like, for me, my trauma was more so like, I got to watch my back. I might have to fight someone, like, and that lived with me through a while. Like, who this motherfucker looking at? Like, you know what I'm saying? But then when you move from the city, you don't even got to think that type of shit, right? But like, a lot of people aren't aware of that, right? And survival instincts are good, and survival mode is good when you need to escape a situation or you need to fight, right? It's as simple as that. Like, if you have survival mode instinct, or, flowing on those brainwaves, like, you're about to fight, it's either you're gonna fight or you're gonna run. And that's called the fight and flight process, or fight and flight mode. It's either most people are going to run or some people are going to fight. It's either or. That's your survival instinct. After that is alpha brain waves, and then there's theta. Theta is damn near like almost about to go to sleep. The main point of these brain waves is when you enter alpha, you start to calm down, but the door to your subconscious mind starts to open up. And that's big. That's fucking huge, because your subconscious mind is everything that you have stored within yourself, right? All of your personality traits, what you do, your movements, it's all subconscious. You're not consciously realizing what you do. And one way to change yourself and change how you feel and all these things is by changing your thoughts and being conscious of your thoughts, but also getting into the subconscious mind and giving it an image or a thought, but mostly like an image, like a movie within your mind. You understand? Like, you guys remember when you were in school and the teacher just lecturing? This was me. I would just be like, about to go to bed, like, but damn near about to go to sleep. And so she calls my name. I'm like, fuck you calling my name for? I'm not answering that question. And I would be thinking in my mind, like, visions of me playing ball that day, right? Like playing basketball or what I'm gonna do after school, or just like visions of the future. Just like I remember having these visions when I was a kid, just using my imagination without me like realizing, but like just having so much money, living in a good home, just all these things, and that was like entering my subconscious mind without me realizing, right? It's like a meditative state, right? You just want to have your imagination work so vividly, and that's so unique and so interesting that I thought the other day, right before I was about to go to bed, that's a key note of how to enter your subconscious mind. We all do it, like not enter, but like open the doors to it, right? But I remember just going to bed just thinking like, yeah, if you have a vivid imagination or a vivid thought in your mind, or a vivid scene of you like doing something or winning or getting money or whatever it is that you really want to do, or conquering your goals, but you have the emotions to it as if it was a real life situation, right? Say we buy to scrap, like me and you buy to square up and scrap. You're going to remember that, but in that moment you're either going to feel scared or you're going to fight back, right? And like that feels so real that you remember that later on, like a day later, weeks later, months later. Oh, I scrapped this dude. Oh, I fought this girl. Or you know what I'm saying? Or even with sex, like say you're fucking this girl that like you always wanted to fuck. Like you're gonna fucking remember that, and you're gonna remember damn near all the movements that you did. If you can make it that real in your mind, it could get led into your subconscious mind, right? And the doors of the subconscious mind open in alpha and theta. But if you have that like emotion tied towards those thoughts, then it can really manifest within your life. But it's also like healing yourself, right? And that's where the shadow becomes, and the shadow work comes in, because when you heal from the shadow of past trauma, of like, you don't think you're good enough, or whatever trauma you have, you can think of something in your mind with an imagination of you doing something, like that one courageous thing that you weren't able to do before. You have that thought within your mind, you can go and do it, right? And like, it's so crazy to think about. I just put two and two together reading that. I mean, going to bed just before nighttime, it's like, yeah, if it's so real within your mind, it's going to be stored in your mind as a memory. And then once it's a memory, it's like in you. And that's how you can open the door to the subconscious mind and imprint on it something good, so that you can heal from the past or manifest something within your life. Like, this is called Flowing on Like Elevated Emotions by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I did his work, not necessarily work, but like meditation practice. And it's like feeling emotions when you meditate. It's like, yo, it's like when you flow on the feeling of love, there's no love that any other human can give you that compares to that. And I know that sounds wacky and crazy, but it's so true. Because when you're flowing on that emotion of love, you really understand that emotions come from me, but the outside world dictates my emotions. Like, that's where you break the spell. Like, my inner world, my imagination, my thoughts should control my life more than the outer world. That if you didn't get this promotion at work, you're now sad. Or if you didn't get this girl, now you're sad and you're depressed and you're overthinking who you are. It's like, no, fuck that. Let's remain within the inner self and really heal and really like conquer this fucking world. Like, do whatever you want, right? And it's like so eye-opening to me. Like, it's crazy, because once it's stored as a memory, it's basically damn near within your subconscious, and you just gotta live from that wish fulfilled. Shout out law of assumption. Shout out Neville Goddard. But right, so like, let's get back on alpha. Sorry, I'll just whole tangent, but it was reasonable tangent, right? Wasn't it? I think so. So the subconscious mind controls everything within you, your personality, your slight movements, just things that you don't think about. Like when you eat food, your body's not consciously thinking, I'm going to digest this food and it's going to get sent to my stomach and my organs or whatever the fuck, right? You're not thinking of that. Your body does it unconsciously, right? That's what the subconscious mind does. You're unconscious. Basically, like, from that point on, you got to realize, like, everything that I unconsciously do, my thoughts that I unconsciously think, get stored within my subconscious mind over time. So I have to change my thoughts consciously within my life. I got to just go around my way. When the negative thoughts come, let it flow by. Understand that's not me. It's a thought. I'm going to think a better thought and go from there. And the alpha brain waves and the alpha brain state it's gonna slow down. It's not like you're damn near sleeping within your meditation practice, but it's like you're like, okay, like I'm kind of like I'm just super calm. You have to be calm. And from that alpha state, I would say imagine something that's going on within your mind, or that's something that can happen in your life. And it doesn't have to be super reasonable. It could be something wacky, just like out of the blue, but something that will make you feel good or make you seem like your future is going to be good. And you just have to live from that emotional state in the future, right? But it's like impossible to live by that state, but just like living from the detachment part, that you're good with or without whatever you want it to be made manifested. And theta brainwaves is the same thing. It's damn near when you're gonna go to bed. You can try this when you go to bed. Just before you go to bed, turn off your phone, turn off your lights, everything. You're laying in bed, you're so tired. Fall into that deep state, and when you're conscious and you're aware that you're about to knock the fuck out, think about your future. Think about you getting money. Think about you getting a wife. I don't know what you guys want, whatever it is. Think about it and have the emotions of what it would feel like doing it or getting what you want or having that wife. Like, you'll feel so much love since you got a wife, or since you got so much money, you feel so much more happy and secure and relieved that you don't have to pay so many bills. Feel that shit thoroughly for a good minute, right? Think about it, feel it, and just drift off to sleep. And from that state, live as if like it really happened, right? And this goes for trauma. This goes for the shadow. This goes for all the things within your life that you got to realize, like, I'm the controller of this human vessel. I have my subconscious mind. I'm the one playing this game. I'm the one that's going to conquer. I'm going to be the one who does whatever I put my mind to. And the shadow might be trying to hold you back. It's just the negative side. We all have this negative side, but it's not who you truly are. You gotta understand from the past trauma that you went through, just like how Naruto healed, the same way you gotta do it. He said, what Naruto said? His shadow said, am I supposed to forget all of those things that they put us through? What do I do now? The shadow's crying. He's about to be broken. And he runs up on Naruto and he's about to rock him in his ship. But Naruto was like, just become me. And he gave him a big hug. The shadow starts to dissolve and starts to, dissolve and go away because he healed himself from that trauma. And that's the only way, because if you try to throw your trauma basically under the rug, it's under the rug, but you still see the lump of it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever had your cat or dog hide under the rug when he did something bad, it's like, bitch ass dude, I know you there. I know you did some fuck shit. I know you fucked up the pillows, but your bitch ass is still under there trying to hide. Come out. You know what I'm saying? Deal with what you went through, right? And or deal what you did in that situation. But it's like, that's how you heal from the shadow. You gotta understand, like, the shadow is what made you. And you gotta understand the shadow is also good too at that time, because you realize you're now consciously aware, like, of what you did or what happened in the past that you can heal from, because some people don't know why they're like this. Some people don't know why they're crash out. Some people don't know why their life sucks and why they think negatively. It's like, sometimes it's your parents that put you through that trauma, but it's still what it is, bro. You still got to heal from that shit one way or another. I know you went through it. Trust me, I went through some shit, but I'm healed, and I could show love to all those people that did me wrong in a certain way. Don't get the game twisted, but it's like, it helps you out. It takes you to the next level, and it's like, you got to realize that. You got to be aware of that. And you got to let it go. Just let it go with love. 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 No bullshit. So that's the shadow. You got to heal from your shadow. But also, let me get on to the yin and yang part that we all have. Like I said, I was a fucking crash out. I'm not joking when I say that. Not saying I'll beat up everybody I see, but like, I'll be mad. I'll be angry. I'll just be tight for no apparent reason. And it was just because the way I grew up, it was like, you got to be a fucking man. No crying, no none of that. No, it's none of that crying shit. But that also helped me in a way, because, like, I see a lot of guys that go through certain things and they be crying and shit. And I'm like, it's like, how you crying over this thing so minimal? Like, this ain't shit to me, right? So, like, I was prepared to be tough. I was prepared for the world. I was prepared to, like, understand that if I want something to be done, or or if I gotta, you know what I'm saying, if I gotta, you know, if there's something going on, I gotta handle it. I gotta fix it. I gotta get myself out of it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta just do what I gotta do. Really uplifting, because like I know it's up to me. I don't put no money on no one else. Like I don't put no money on no one else to get me out of a situation. I know if I gotta get out one, I'ma do it. I know if I gotta handle something, I'ma handle it. I know if I gotta make this money and get out the trenches and all that shit, I know I'ma do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't relying on no one. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard so many people that you know, one of their homies come up and now they begging them for bread and all that? Like, I don't need nobody to come save me. I'm gonna save myself. Simple. Like that shit is really motivating. And you know what I'm saying, using that trauma that I went through as a kid, like, yo, like, it made me stronger, so I'm healed from it. I'm thankful for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then let's talk about this, right? There's this one Tony Montana clip that I love. Like, I love this shit. He in the scene where Tony Montana from Scarface, he in the scene, right? He's with his wife and his mans. They get drunk. His wife she on coke. Everyone around the area looking at him like he's the bad guy. He said, yeah, I need people like me so that you guys can point the finger at me and say he's the bad guy. But what does that make you? Good? I was like, damn. That's like, you gotta embrace your ugly though. You gotta really embrace that. Cause, you know what I'm saying, there's a certain time for everything. I'm not about to sit here and say I'm the Holy Mary, I'm the Holy Saint, I'm the nicest guy in the world, man. Y'all seen from my videos, I be wildin'. But y'all gotta understand, like, there's a certain place for everything. Like, there's a certain time where you need to stick up for yourself. You might have to crash out, you might have to fight. At those times you should. There's other times where your peace and love, I say 80 to 90% of your life is peace and love, and then it's that 10% where shit goes bad, or, you know, you might have to scrap up, or you got to defend yourself, or you got to do something to make something happen. That's where, you know, that demon, that negative side, whatever you want to call it, that your shadow should come out a little bit, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We talking mostly healing, but that's also the opposite end of the spectrum. Is like, some people are living through that demon like their whole life. I'm telling you, you guys know crash outs. I know y'all know people like that. I know y'all know people who just traumatized, or just victims. Not traumatized where PTSD, where people go through real shit, just victims. That they go through some shit and they're non-stop complaining about it. It's like, bitch, you just gonna complain, or you gonna tighten up? Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna be a victim? I'm not a victim. I'd rather not be a victim from the shit I went through. I'd rather let it build me and make me stronger. What doesn't kill you make you stronger and a little taller. That's where I would just like to leave it. This was my first like podcast with the camera. It just feels a little different. I gotta get used to it. The angle's different. My neck hurting like shit. So yeah, boys, get used to this shit. We about to take this shit over, bro. So I love y'all, bro. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna leave my last video right here for you guys. So if you missed upon that, go watch that video. So stay yourself, stay 300, whatever you do in life. Trust me, I believe in you, bro.